let's talk about behavior management in children's ministry. Now, behavior management isn't necessarily a fun topic, right? When it comes to kids ministry, we think of a fun and exciting and high energy environment, and it should be those things. But there are going to be moments where behavior issues arise. And so I want to talk about ways that we can prevent those issues. Now, I know there might be situations where behavior management needs to take a deeper approach, or there maybe parents need to be involved. But I want to talk about how we can help prevent those issues in the moment and also address those issues when they're happening, as they're happening. So one thing I like to talk about is redirection. So instead of reprimanding, try redirecting. So when you're teaching a lesson and you notice that there are a couple students and maybe they're talking to each other, maybe they're being distracted by each other, one thing I would like to do in my lesson is redirect their attention. So instead of maybe stopping what I'm doing and trying to reprimand them, I redirect their attention. So if I'm talking and I see Jimmy and Johnny over here and they're talking and they're being distracting to others, I will take my lesson as I'm teaching and I will direct my attention to them. Hey, isn't that right, Jimmy and Johnny? Isn't that right? Isn't that what Jesus said? Or isn't that, what do you guys think, right? I redirect the attention to them without making it awkward or stopping what I'm doing. And most of the time, 9 out of 10 times, their attention is redirected. They get the message. They understand that, oh, hey, we were distracting each other, so let's put our attention back forward. Now, another thing to look for is the environment. What is the environment that your kids are in? So one of the greatest behavior management tools that I have found is setting up an environment and an atmosphere that prevents those things from happening. And how behavior issues can arise is from boredom or dead space, or maybe not planning or preparing like we should. If I don't plan and prepare a class like I should, and there's dead space, or there's not engagement and their focus isn't being attained, their focus and their attention is going to go elsewhere, and that's where issues can arise. And so start by planning and preparing a Sunday school class or a kids church, whatever your program might be, that doesn't have any dead space, but that is organized and has structure, and that you're going from one segment to the other without any space in between. When I've done that, I've noticed a lot of those issues can be eradicated even before they even come up. Another thing to look at is the environment of where your kids are. If they're sitting week after week in a group or next to someone else that is also distracting them, and they're feeding off of each other of talking when they shouldn't be and distracting others, separate them from each other. Have them be seated away from each other. And I've noticed too, when I change the environment of where kids are sitting, that helps as well. Well, hopefully this has helped you in behavior management in kids ministry.